remove all of that because it was considered harassment, and then
Damn.
investors. Yeah, I guess that they were trying really hard to appeal to a different market and more investors. And then eventually the CEO just fucking quit. He bailed out and went to NCSoft.
That kind of
Unironically.
system is so rare to be done well with a player base that was willing to support it. So, yeah, that hurts me, and I never really got into BDO because the grind kind of pushed me away. But I came from Guild Wars 2. I have 9,000 hours in Guild Wars 2, and played like every PvP class for the sun in that game. And the game that really modeled really good, like PvPvE open world choice was Division 1 for me.
Bro, I love you. But
Dude,
yes,
Division
yes,
1
yes,
fucking Dark
yes,
Zone
yes. I'm
version 3, like whatever, third update. Oh my god, nothing
it
has
was my
ever
favorite.
touched close.
Yeah, it was my favorite game for probably a lot longer than most people. I feel like most people had gotten off the game. I was obsessed with Division.
They never
Yeah,
have had such a good, rewarding PvP system.
yeah.
And like punishing too. I mean, you can flag on anyone you fucking want at any time, which is a whole layer in itself. If you're running around a dude with a shotgun, like the likelihood they're gonna pump you out of fear is insane. You
Yeah,
know?
a lot of the game got a lot of criticism in compared to Division 2 because Div 1 I treated it more like an MMO where people were a lot tankier and it wasn't like a lot of one-shot builds.
Oh
And then
yeah.
Division 2 they changed a lot of that and it was a
Yeah.
lot of one-shot builds and it basically it made it really hard for people to get into because people would just camp dark zone entrances
Yeah.
and yeah, people just ended up leaving, and
Yeah.
I think it was a massive mistake to separate the dark zone into 3 separate
Yeah.
dark
There are
zones.
different
So,
dark zones that people would just jump if they got fucking ganked in one.
yeah, exactly.
It's
And
so
so,
lame, man.
yeah, it sucked. I tried playing Division 2 for as long as I could, but after a while, it was just
This
like
wasn't insane.
we
Insane,
would
man.
we would go like dark zone to dark zone, and we couldn't find anyone.
Yeah.
And that means that the only PvP that we got was like the 5v5 system, which like it was fun, but yeah, no, I like fucking people up in the middle of them grinding. Like you're taking the entire like Tarkov element out of the game. It like defeats kind of the purpose of it.
Yeah. List, do you know what we're talking about with Division 1?
Division 1 for what?
Did you ever play Division 1? The Tom Clancy game?
The first
the
division. The first
Yeah, the
division. Yeah,
Division,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I did play that game. I fucking hate that game.
Yeah,
Did you play it where it released, or did you play it like a little bit after that? Because I went from loving it to absolutely hating it.
I went from loving it to loving it. I mean, if there was still like a lot of people playing the game, I mean, like even
Yeah, I still read
I feel
down
like
from time to time and see people in the dark zone.
yeah, it's the game is massive in Brazil from what I
Oh, no way.
understood. Yeah, so there's like there I'm pretty sure that there are still people playing the game. It's just a lot of I think either Mexicans or Brazilians playing it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's too bad.
Alrighty, I got meetings super early in the morning, so I will
Good night.
catch you guys tomorrow.
Dude, of course, dude. You take care.
Yep, peace.
Nice meeting you. I don't know what to do now to get ready for the update. I kind of feel like rolling alts is the best thing. Don't you think?
What?
Rolling alts is like the best thing to do for the update.
Yeah.
Just gotta get them to 2,500, right?
Yeah, the alts?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that way we can do the bosses.
But even then, it doesn't really matter. As long as you get them to level 50 and they just accumulate the tier 2 dungeon currency, then you can get it up still anyway. As long as you don't cap out.
Alright. I was just in the arena talking to Rotius and whatever. They're good people. It was Hades. Good people. They said that we're good guys too.
That's nice.
Yeah, I said that we were a good fight. Even though they fucking slaughtered us. They could have been dicks and been like, dude, these guys got slaughtered and they sort of fucking suck. But they were real cool about it, so.
See that smashed head? I did that. Me.
Let's see if I can't get one of these guys here. Announcements. Dude, I'm just a fucking mail sender, I guess. Ashinario. Yeah, because I want to have a guild for alts that we just make money off of. You know what I mean? Like that would be nice. There's no reason to have the fucking guild bosses just sitting there taking up space. Like we're not even running them.
Yeah.
I need to work on my alt a little bit more. Mom's been keeping me real busy this week.
Oh yeah,
Although,
man.
although to be honest, it doesn't really make much sense to have the alt guild on the same server. The reason being, you don't get double weekly boss. That's a really big thing. You don't get double ornate coins. Whatever ornate coins you get from maintenance are the same on the same region, it seems, or the same server. And there's one other thing that's pretty big. Oh, every time that you have a world boss, if your alt is strong enough, you can choose which world boss you want to fight a bit better. If you're on the same server, you got a dentist at 5 and a dentist at 5. If you're at different servers, you might have Malakar at 5 and Talus at 5, something like that.
Or am I
That
at
makes
Malakar
sense.
at 5 and Talus at 6 because it's a different time zone.
It seems to,
No, it wouldn't
well,
be.
at least west and
It
east
would be
it's the
east,
same because
yeah.
of 3 hours. But maybe if you did a different region, you could have it like that. Maybe. Because our events are 3 hours apart here, which just so happens to be the time zone difference, right?
Yeah.
But maybe if you had something that was a 7-hour time zone difference, then you could have world bosses every hour, which actually is a really good point. Maybe I should have done that. So I'm learning a lot of things as I'm leveling up because I'm on my West Coast character. Seems like there's quite a few things. Like I got double siege events, which is pretty cool. I mean, after I played the first one, I didn't even want to play the I literally did not play the second, but I could have if I wanted to. You know what I mean?
Right.
And also thinking about it from the perspective of a guild lead, it doesn't increase your power at all to have like another character on the same server, since you can't occupy both at the same time. So if you're, trying to help an alliance or whatever else like that, then I don't know. Just speaking out loud, because I did make another character on this server too, and I actually play it the least out of the 3 that I have, and if I wanted to play this game more, which I usually play MMOs pretty hard, as you see my character logged in.
Yeah.
Then I would do something that would have at least a character on every region. Now that's going pretty far, and depending on how you manage those characters, you could really turn the game from a game that's fun into a job that's not. Right?
That's what I did
That's
for Lost Ark.
Yeah, so
I was
I'm
doing
talking
that
out
with
loud
Guild.
because it'll help you, and appreciate you with helping my characters and stuff, but I do have a bunch of different guild connects on other servers now. I just happen to spend most of the time here. So, yeah, it's good information to have. Because no matter what, even if you do end up making a whole different guild with a whole different set of people somewhere else, you could still really be boosting your character here, which is kind of the path that I went towards now. So one of the characters that actually is on the server, I just run dungeons on it, and actually I have it capped at 20k open world dungeon tokens, because I don't care. I'm not going to make this a job. It's only for fun. So while it can run dungeons and stuff, and it has sold stuff for Lucent, actually it's made quite a bit of Lucent. It's just, I could have made it better had I moved it somewhere else. Had I invested that same time into a character in a different region. So the 2 biggest ones I can think of are events that include Arc Boss, and then also ornate coins to me with maintenance are pretty big too, because you can really boost your character power for free when you're leveling, which makes the leveling process easier, and then you can decide where you actually want to allocate your resources. So that's pretty big. Just to
I
make
can
the
see
leveling
that.
process easier,
Yeah. I made 14. I had 14 characters in Lost Ark, and they all were 1400 and 45 plus, and I was running hard fucking whatever the fucking bull Volton, I think it was.
Yeah, I mean,
On all fucking characters, dude, and oh my god, dude, eventually I just wanted to shoot myself.
yeah, I mean, the bottom line against that pattern of thinking is you work for an hour, a real job for an hour. You will make more than what, like 10 or 15 hours in game that you're not having fun with anymore. That you're actually making the fun disappear because you're working yourself to death in game. So,
And
while
that's
pay
why
to win
people
generally is
spend
seen as
money.
a pretty evil thing,
Yeah.
for people that don't regulate that well, sucks to suck, you know? Like, and I get it, like, not everyone has that option. But at the point that you create 14 characters, again, you should probably question why you're doing it, you know?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Fuck that.
Unless you're an alcoholic.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what's fun for you, then fuck it, do it, right? Like, I
Dude,
really
that's
don't.
what it would be. It would be
I
like
don't
I would go
choose
to
it.
work, I would come home, I would run all my characters, and I would be pushing limits of time, and I would not go to sleep for like an hour and a half into the sleep I was supposed to have already. So I'm only getting like 5 fucking hours of sleep.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, dude.
I was
Yeah,
doing that in
at
Guild
some point you
Wars.
have
I had,
to decide what
I
is
had
better for you mentally. Right.
I had my main account, 4 alt accounts. I was multi-boxing on the world bosses.
Yeah. At some point you gotta decide. So that is a very redeeming quality about pay to win games like this, is that you can fuck it, right? Like, you should technically never hit that point if you're trying to be efficient. You should never hit the point where the game becomes unfun, because you can just make up for it by swiping, which is infinitely, well, kind of mostly depending, but not really. Even a minimum wage job, you're going to be making more lucid per hour just swiping, right?
Yep.
Assuming you have all the time and it's 1-to-1, which it isn't, blah 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 blah. But $20 an hour, it's 1,000 lucid an hour. Yeah, I mean,
Right. Yeah, that is.
so
Which literally, if you do anything in game
we're gonna
for an
watch.
hour, there's very few items that will net you 1,000 lucid compared
Yeah.
to the other hundreds of hours to spend to get almost none of it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why when I log in to play the game, I'm like, I really got to make sure that I'm playing it for fun, because my personality is the type to be like, nope, this is what we do always, so continue doing it just because I'm used to it. Which is also why, like, I have to refocus on, no, my job can make me more than the top guild in Lucid, you know? Like, now I won't be putting that much money into the game, because fuck that, my principals say no. But whatever. Like, some guy with 3,700 gear score can make YouTube montages of killing just me. That's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll be making 9,000 lucid an hour when I have my job set up. So
Do you want to take a look at my
yes,
gear?
it's fine. And at that point, if I still like gaming when I'm making that much money, I'll come back and fucking whale it out. Whatever. That's what I work for.
That's what I'm saying, dude. When I was younger, I used to care about the whales. Then when I got older, I stopped giving a fuck. Because I realized how business works.
Yeah. Hey man, they pay for the game for you, so enjoy it. So yeah, I'm sure that I'll take a pretty big hiatus when Path of Exile 2 comes out, but then I'll let you know. That, I mean, that'll be December 5th. I'll let you know when I come back from that. And at that point, I want to come back up. I'll just fucking swipe. Hey, look, I got Juno Weapon 4.0. We're good to go. Let's go.
Wonder how many people are gonna be playing that from here.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, we got some grinders, so Path of Exile 2 is it's the grinder game. Like, other than MMOs, all MMOs are grinders, right? But Path of Exile 2 gives you all the character customization. The biggest thing that's missing though is social aspect as well as the PvP, but that can't really be understated. So, but it has every other aspect. It has reflex, character building, good lore, storytelling, boss fights, next gen fucking looks, cosmetics too, a bunch of challenges, and also it gets updates much faster than any MMO in terms of content. So
I know they were going through all the
Interesting.
fucking updates and shit. I was like, God damn.
yeah, the problem that I've never seen in a different game before is that they actually have so much content, so much new stuff, and it's all relevant, and everything you do increases the power of your characters, and the more you understand the game, the exponentially better you do across all characters and all game modes, that it becomes overwhelming. You cannot keep up. And if you do, you are fucking spending too much time in the game. Like, I've never seen a game update like that, you know what I mean? And it's also how the game works too, because it resets your character. You're by choice, if you want, you can make a new character every 3 months when they push up new content. But the likelihood that you even have the basis of like 5 or 10 or 15% of that game is so low that I was watching a video on it. Like, the whole thing about Path of Exile 2 is that they're trying to make it more player friendly, because in Path of Exile 1 you could have upwards of 1,000 hours in game and feel like you were playing the game for the first time. There are so many mechanics and so much depth to the game that it almost discourages new players. It does discourage new players because it's so deep that it is the game that you can play pretty much forever. So, that is the opposite problem than like almost all games that are out.
No,
We
that
played
really
this-
is.
We play this game in circles because the loot makes us play in circles, but it is circles at the end of the day. You do the same guild events, you do the same dungeons, like exact same patterns, and you just fucking pray that in 3 months they come out with stuff that'll challenge you for a month. So that doesn't happen in Path of Exile. The entire time you play, you're like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? You know what? I don't know. I don't want to do this. I don't know how to do this. I'm just gonna do what I know. Then you see someone else get like pretty much like an Undead's weapon, and you're like, all right, finally, I'm gonna go try that. You go try it, get your ass kicked, and you're like, fuck, this is too hard. So
I mean, for all
That's it.
for all we know, the guild might be playing that then.
yeah, I mean, kind of hope.
I mean, it's releasing
Not.
for PlayStation 5, Xbox
Yeah.
Series S, and PC all simultaneous and crossplay release.
Yeah. Well, if you do end up wanting to make a guild in Path of Exile 2, just take over mine. I'll give you essentially the guild advisor spot because the leader can add some. There's a guild bank that I've added like $1,000 into so that people can put more stuff in to share, like more space to share.
Yeah.
So you can just use that, and I'll give you pretty much full rights to it. And then, yeah, I'll just. I don't really care about running the guild. I just.
Well, I'm talking about when the second one comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
That's what I'm talking about, too.
Wait, you already what?
Everything transfers over that I bought from Path of Exile 1 to Path of Exile 2. That includes every cosmetic, every skill effect, every stash tab, and every cosmetic I unlocked as well.
What?
Yes.
That's
Which is
low-key crazy.
insane, right? So, when my guild and I had heard that, each of us dropped about $1,000 on more cosmetics. We just did not give a fuck. Path of Exile is free to play, and I've gotten 6,000 hours from it. That's just been amazing. Like, frustrating.
Well,
but
I mean,
amazing.
I spent
So,
fucking probably close to $5,000 on League over the years. So
yeah. Imagine all that stuff. They're like, you know what? We really like our players. So, all the stuff that you worked for, grinded for, and want to show off other people in games, you can.
everything ports over. So much so that it's kind of a problem because now there's so much information that we don't know how to transfer the data over correctly, but we're going to postpone the delay of the game, postpone making the millions of dollars we're going to make on day one, so that those players who have bought stuff or unlocked stuff before are rewarded and don't feel like the money that they've spent is like wasted. Absolutely insane, no?
I'm
Like,
surprised they even went through with that, or they're trying
yeah,
to.
absolutely insane. So that is
I
one of their
played the
biggest
first
promises
one
to-
for a little bit. I guess the only reason why I wasn't really into it was because when I got into it, I just didn't have a computer to really play it like that.
Oh, your computer will explode. Oh, well, I don't know. Throne of Liberty is fucking insane with the castle siege. I cannot believe my computer didn't explode with that shit. So, if
What?
your computer didn't explode with that, then...
Oh, I got a 4070 Ti right now.
Oh, they're gonna be fine. Well, maybe. I could probably still crash your computer.
Oh, dude, you can crash any computer doing certain things. Fuck, run too many fucking effects of anything.
Yeah, I all the characters, I just build characters to run more effects. It's like the goal is to be as pretty as possible, not as strong as possible. So, I don't know. I don't think that the combat type in ARPGs is for everybody, just because there's so much going on in screen. You like lose your character after a bit, you know. It's not as well defined as an MMO. And the really other big thing is that there's no PvP. There's just too many moving parts. You cannot balance that well. So, I don't think that this game's for everybody, but I do think that it is for most. So, pretty cool. Definitely give it a shot when it comes out. Just turn the good. Enjoy the free shit that we leave behind as we fucking grind our eyes up for 22 hours straight, fucking just chugging monster and crack along the way, trying to keep ourselves awake so we can keep grinding.
Yeah, that's
There'll
the
also
best
be, like,
part.
yeah, man, that initial rush of a new game is, you know?
Oh, I know, dude. Motherfucker's like the best sex.
Yeah, dude, it's great. Honestly, better. It doesn't bitch at you as much, so.
That's
Not true. Sometimes the server crashing issues on new games are very frustrating because you want to play so fucking bad. But yeah, that shit's great. I do really like the nights that we have, like, you know, 25, 30 people in Discord or whatever. That's fun.
Dude, I love that shit. Hope we keep fucking growing, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I've always been the person to play, like, the newest shit that comes out. And, like, I've done that for so long, and then I played my fair share of MMORPGs. I've played so much shit. Oh my god. Thousands and thousands of hours into other games and shit. Dude, like, I probably fucking... I have an entire... What do they call that?
Addiction?
Oh, I know that, but it's a spreadsheet, and it has all the games that I've played, and it has my ratings of them, you know, graphic, story, immersion, was it fun, and there's another one, I can't remember what it was. Story, I think it was, or some shit like, I don't know. It's like 5 options, and I have it all rated down to what I think it is. Dude, it's... Yeah, no, I'm bad, bro. I need help.
I mean, if you like what you do, then you don't need any help. You're fine. You like what you do, and I know you're taking care of your dad and stuff, and you can live off of this, so you're not hurting anybody, then you're good.
Oh yeah, 669 hours. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, I don't share that because honestly, I don't know how much of that is AFK.
Yeah, some of mine too. I got 774, you know.
A lot of that's AFK, actually. I was going for like
All 5 days in Texas, my computer rings. I was updating my fucking guild donations as I was at the fair in Texas. I got this. Hold up 1 second.
Hmm?
When I told you I was on vacation in Texas,
Mm-hmm.
I was doing my guild donos from my phone.
That's crazy.
I was running a remote desktop from my computer, California, and then dropping in the donations there. So,
That's actually insane.
but yeah, I was very behind on that, but I just couldn't attend anything, of course, because ain't no fucking way to do guild raids with a fucking phone, tap and click, no keyboard.
No, dude. For one, there's already a small delay.
Yeah, guild bosses, I should be able to hit it, but
Yeah, you might be able to get a few hits off, but god damn.
yeah, just get the guild donations.
Good luck trying to dodge any
Hammer claims with
mechanic
me.
or...
No, we're not dodging shit.
I know. It's always. Trust. That's the heart of storage management. Trust me. The goblins have big
Just like I fought somebody with a fucking Queen Bellendeer weapon earlier today.
How'd it go?
We couldn't kill each other.
So awkward. Which one was it?
It was a sword and shield one. And,
Oh, I see.
yep, and,
That doesn't really have any effect in a 1v1 though, right?
no, it's mainly
It just
group.
CCs you more, so...
Yeah, it's so good in
which
group,
does
though.
nothing to you. Yeah, yeah. So... I don't know, I feel like the staff is like
The
the
best?
bomber weapon, like the fucking actual DPS. I mean...
Dude, the
I know that
staff weapon is
longbow-
retarded. It does 1,000 damage. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, what
to
the...
multiple enemies that can hit each other in AoE. So you could do something like a 5,000% damage hit if you hit 5 enemies next to each other. And they all hit each other for a 5,000.
Yep,
So, I don't know, that seems pretty insane. Well, I haven't seen any
it's
videos.
disgusting.
I know that the longbow is insane for 1v1s. Because the strafing is pretty much like doubled in damage. But cool. Every time I see someone equipped with one, I always ask them how it is, and they never reply because I'm sure that they get fucking spammed.
Feel free to take a look at my.
Maybe I can find a YouTube video of it. What the absolute fuck? I am watching this dude hit target dummies for 18,000 and then 5,000 by just, or 6,000 times 2, just the fucking AoE Queen Belladere.
What the
What the
fuck?
fuck?
So many people are in town just AFK.
Friend, have you
Oh
been
my
grabbing
god.
Leave him here.
Always prepare before.
If you need any materials for battle, go take a look.
Well, fuck, I'm about to just run some co-op dungeons then.
Ew, dude, that's disgusting.
More food? I'm in the right place.
Oh, yeah, I think as a guild lead, you need to buy one of these. List, I'm sorry. So,
Oh my god. That's fucking ridiculous.
that's a healer. Let's see, how much is 100k lucid? $1,600 US. Huh, that's not bad. You could do that, right?
What?
Get a 100k weapon.
Yeah.
Medicine.
Yeah,
I will
should be-
contribute $5 to that. So
Hell yeah. Yeah, dude, I'm so excited for these fucking 2-star dungeons, bro. Look like some cool areas, I guess.
I agree. I watch all the guides for each of the dungeons now, but only one time, and that doesn't make that much of a difference when you're running it for the first time. Just because you watched a video doesn't mean you can do the mechanics.
Yeah, I
But,
know.
You know, better than nothing by a long shot. So I do want to know. I'm trying to find out which one has gloves first, though, so I can watch the video a few more times. Because the better prepared we are to run it, then that'll be a big deal.
Oh, you know what I might start doing if that's the case? I think I'm gonna save my dungeon points instead of run them.
Why?
So I can use them when it comes out.
Maybe I'm not understanding. The dungeon currency that you're saving is not ones that we can use for the new stuff, no?
With the dimensional contract token? Oh, this is Dimensional Contract Token 1.
Yeah. They confirmed that it won't be the same currency, so there's no point in saving
Oh,
it.
I was thinking about something else. I see. That's what you meant.
You're thinking about the abyssal currency? In Korea, the abyssal dungeon currency is the same for tier 1 and tier 2 gear, but we're not getting tier 2 gear. So, if you're saving abyssal dungeon currency, it's for the update that'll happen in like months time to a year when we actually get 2-star gear.
No, I'm talking about Dimensional Contract Tokens.
Yeah, in which case there's no point in saving that for sure. They confirmed that the currency is going to be different from the dungeons that are coming out in a few days.
Is there something specific?
So that one's going to be different too. So they're
Yes.
both going to be different.
I don't understand what both is. One is one for the co-op dungeons, and then you're talking about abyssal contract tokens? Is that what you're talking about?
No, originally I was just talking about the Dimensional Contract Tokens. So the Dimensional Contract Tokens, the purple ones, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are
Then
going to
don't
be
save
different.
those.
Yeah, don't save those. Okay.
Or you can if you want, but there's no you can't use that for the new stuff.
Right.
A
Okay.
reason to save it though is that, well, actually even that doesn't make sense. I'm assuming that traits are all going to go up in price, everything across the board. In terms of armor traits, will go up as soon as the new stuff arrives, because as people get their gear, they want to trade it out, right? So, if you have a bunch of melee evasions or ranged endurance traits saved, then you can sell those in the market when the new dungeons come out, or like a few days after new dungeons come out, so that people who are trying to rush their stuff can do it.
Change
Ooh.
this.
We got a little unlucky. The dungeon that drops the gloves is Void Waste, which is arguably the hardest dungeon in game currently, version 2. First Wasteland 2.
Oh, yeah, dude, that's going to be great. What is that area?
I would like to be part of that first team that runs the dungeons together. I'm sure that you will offer yourself to run the dungeons more for guild members who want a tank to clear it with, because that's kind of what historically you've done in the guild. But I would like to be part of that, initial group of people that has the damage to actually do it well and not to do the mechanics so many times.
Understandable. So we have people like me and Snaker are going in there blind.
Oh, I see. You guys want to do it blind.
Right. And it doesn't mean like we won't learn it fast or whatever or however, but we're not like, if you see what I'm saying, we're not like gonna be
Gotcha.
looking a bunch of shit up and thinking about completing it on our first or second attempt, if you see what I'm saying.
I gotcha. Okay. I'm the opposite. I'm like, I already know how to do every part. Just gotta make sure I can actually do it.
But I am going to be running it with people who are all probably decked the fuck out in gear, if you want me to be real with you.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that even means, if you see what I'm saying. Like, is that gonna take away a mechanic like some of them do? Does that,
It will.
know?
It will, kind of, because these bosses are harder than what our current gear can let us skip in terms of mechanics. Right, so
I
it'll
see what you're
be
saying.
like more likely, instead of skipping mechanics, it'll make sure that you don't repeat the same mechanic multiple
A bunch of times. Yeah. Which I'm cool with. But it's not like I'm gonna be doing it and then we have to repeat the mechanic like fucking 8 times like I did fucking running Carnix for the first few times.
Yeah, that shit's painful. Trying to run dungeons on the alt that's 2200 power is like the healer cannot heal Carnix or the Quirus, and it's like, man, these are supposed to be the easy bosses, you know.
Oh, I
Tank can
know.
keep aggro, the DPS can't do enough to not do the phase 6 times.
Well, that's why I know the first 2 people that are gonna be in the party is me and my pops. So
Yep.
that's a healer and a fucking tank. You know what I mean? We just need.
Yep, makes sense.
And then we got
Skycon's
Sniker,
gonna be in there. Yeah, Sniker's gonna be in there. Yeah,
probably Afro,
makes sense.
but
Yeah, let me know when you guys are done learning it.
yeah, dude, we're gonna be probably running nothing but guild runs. You know what I mean? So like after we,
Yeah, I bet.
especially after the first time, you know what I mean, and shit like that. And even if we have no currency, I wouldn't be surprised with these new dungeons because there's
Yeah,
times where you
sure,
sit
yeah.
there and PvP and do nothing. If we don't enter the fucking dungeons and still try to do them without having any currency just to learn them.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm gonna try to. I want to try to clear those dungeons as fast as I can for the first week or two to make as much money as possible. As soon as it comes up again, roll it and pray for some traits to sell instantly. I'm probably gonna take no loot. Even my own gloves that I need, I probably will take. I won't take them for the first 2 weeks or so.
But the field general,
Yeah, I need it, but not enough that I'm gonna pass up on the lucid difference.
yeah, thank you for the follow subbers. Yeah, that's why I haven't bought my gloves yet, because I've been able to buy it 10 times over if I wanted to. Like, if yeah, I've just seen it there and I could buy it, I could buy it, I could buy it. I'm just like, nah. Like, right now they're going for 2,900, and here,
Yeah, it's
I think a week and a half ago, they were going for 8K. 2 weeks ago, they were going for like 8K. Yep.
What clothes did you need?
Field general.
Okay, same. Got it.
Yeah, the attack speed is just ridiculous.
Yeah, and perception too.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yep, I'm going, yeah, it's gonna decrease my strength and dex, but that's not really, I don't really give a fuck. The perception's just too good in the attack speed, and then whenever I get a chance, I'm gonna get the attack speed ability on it, or whatever the trait. That was sort of like, I built my whole character off of the gloves, actually.
Oof.
So what I mean by that is, like, I started my build around the gloves because the gloves had the most interesting stats, if you see what I'm saying. And I really wanted to implement attack speed into my build. So then I seen, like, that was the attack speed gloves to get with the fucking perception, you know what I mean? And then the melee heavy attack chance, and I was like, oh shit. So I knew I had to switch at some point. I knew I had to switch to Crusader.
I'll be back later if my brother's here.
Yeah.
All right, see you. Yeah, I hear you.
I'm just gonna take a piss real quick. And then I'm gonna take another hit from this.
I'm out too. Good night.
All right. What?
I'm out too.
Hey, man, you take
Good night.
care. Night.